So I'm going to do this in one step. You don't have to, but I like doing it this way. So that now, if I bring down my equals, okay, 2.9y minus 1.1y is going to be 1.8y. These two cancel, and we get negative 9.9 minus 2.7, which is negative 12.6. I divide both sides by 1.8, and I get y, those cancel, equals negative 7. C, 3/4 x minus 1/2 equals 3/8 x plus 4. I'm going to do the same thing where I subtract from both sides, so let's take the smaller one, which is 3/8, and I'm going to subtract 3/8 x from this side, subtract 3/8 x from that side. Now again, if I move this one over here, I'm going to want to move this one over here. So I'm going to add 1/2, add 1/2. Now, 3/4 x minus 3/8. Well, 3/4 is equal to 6/8. So 6/8 minus 3/8 becomes 3/8 x. Those cancel, those cancel. 4 plus 1/2 is equal to 4 1/2, which we could also say is equal to 8/2 plus 1/2, which is 9/2. Okay, now remember, let's get rid of the inverse over here. So the 8s and the 8s cancel, the 3s and 3s. Same to both sides, 8/3. So x equals, now that reduces. So we get 3 times 4, which is 12. And that's the answer. Try that on guided practice 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we are almost done here. We just have one more thing to look at. So we're going to solve when it's in factored form. Alright, so we're given an equation that looks something like this. 2, 3x plus 1 equals 11. Looks a little more complicated, but step 1 is always to distribute. So we take this 2, and we bring it to the side, and we bring it to that one. So it becomes 2 times 3x, which is 6x, 2 times 1, which is 2, and this one stays the same. So now it's just simple. Solve it. Let's get rid of the 2's on both sides. Carry down your equals. 6x, those cancel. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. We're going to divide by 6 on both sides. Those cancel, it becomes x. And equals carries down, and we get negative 1/6 as x. I think I might have done that wrong. Oh, I see. It doesn't equal 1, it equals 11. So that's what I did. So then this is 9, and 9 divided by 6, and it's positive. 9 divided by 6 is 1.5. Again, this comes figuring that out by checking it back in. I knew if I took 1/6 put into this equation, it would become really weird and not work. So always check it. Okay, let's try our example. 4. A says 1/6z plus 1 equals 6. So first we are going to distribute. 1/6 times z is 1/6z plus 1/6 equals 6. So let's get rid of the 1/6 on that side and 1/6 on that side. So we get 1/6c. Those cancel. Carry down your equals. Now 6 we could also say is the same as 36 over 6. So 36 over 6 minus 1/6 is 35/6. Now to get rid of this, let's multiply by the inverse, 6 over 1. 6 over 1. Those cancel. Those cancel. And we're left with z equals 35. Let's try B. 1.5w plus 2 equals 8. Distribute. 1.5w plus 1.5 times 2, which is 5? No, which is 3. Plus 2 equals 8. Add those together, which is 5. 1.5 plus 5 equals 8. Let's get rid of the 5's. Carry down your equals. 1.5w, those cancel, equals 3. Divided by 1.5. Divided by 1.5. W we get is equal to 2. Last one. 2x plus 5, 2 minus x equals 40. So 2x plus, remember distribute first, 10. If there's a negative, make sure you keep that negative. Minus 5x equals 40. So now let's combine this and this. A positive 2x and negative 5x becomes negative 3x. Let's get rid of the 10. Remember, equals carries down. Negative 3x, those cancel. This becomes 30. Let's divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. Never forget the negative signs. And we get x is equal to negative 10. Go ahead and try that in guided practice. 8, 9, 10, and 11.